Hi, astrologer Courtney Ingham here. Thank you for joining me for my daily astrology transmissions. Please note, timeframes for the transits mentioned are always in Eastern Standard Time. And here's today's transit transmission. Hello, Astro friends. This is your Astro report for the week of Monday, June the 12th through Sunday, June the 18th. And I'm going to be starting with the lunar energies for this week. And it's actually a big week as far as lunar energies go because we are having a new moon on Sunday. And I will be creating a separate video about all of those energies that will come out this week. And now for the lunar report. This week we are in a fourth quarter phase of decrease as we wane into the new moon phase that is happening on Sunday. This is a period that corresponds to disintegration. So there's a drawing back essence that happens with this fourth quarter moon that we can reflect in our own energies. It is very much about looking back at what you've accomplished, but also looking forward to setting a new intention, which will be what you'll want to do with this upcoming new moon on Sunday. And in that case, organizing yourself around that and clearing up residual energy from your previous moon phase and your intention. So just closing all of that out and preparing for the new moon coming up on Sunday by having yourself a intention ready, something you'd like to bring in. That's what we do with the new moon energy. And as far as the lunar gardening for the fourth quarter goes, this is a time for pulling weeds, taking care of any pests that may be visiting your garden. And it's also a time for turning sod, especially when the moon is in one of its barren phases. And the barren phases are moon in Gemini, moon in Leo, moon in Virgo, moon in Sagittarius, and moon in Aquarius. We're starting off the week on Monday with the moon in Aries, and this is that feisty, lively energy, lots of potential for starting projects, initiating new projects, and you'll want to watch for being impulsive and overwhelming yourself and getting into stressful situations. And it is also important to be aware of being offended unnecessarily. So the Aries energy can often create offense out of things. There's a sort of triggeriness about this energy that you may want to just stay aware of. We are going to be moving on Tuesday into the moon in Taurus, and this is a much more sensual energy. We may feel much more secure, unrushed. However, we can also be very resistant to change in this energy. So setting up your day, Tuesday and Wednesday, to be able to appreciate the fine things in life that Taurus really likes to luxuriate in. A nice dinner, watch the sunset, maybe take in some good music or art. That would be a very beautiful way of honoring and working with the energy of the Taurus moon. On Thursday, we're moving into the moon in Gemini, and we could become a little bit restless in this energy. We want to be prepared mentally so that we have something to do that satisfies the mental curiosity that the Gemini energy can often have. It likes to be mentally stimulated. Gemini energy likes to be entertained. It'd be a great time to get a new book or take in a new movie or even a talk on YouTube or TED Talks that would be mentally stimulating. It's conversational, and in this energy we may want to look to having conversations, setting up dates, setting up times to get together with our friends and enjoy company and being social, make phone calls, write the letter that needs to be written. But we want to look out for being too scattered, because oftentimes the Gemini energy can be doing a lot of things at one time and therefore nothing very well. And this is going to really pair well with the transits for this day that I'll talk about after this lunar report. So just remember that Thursday energy that's coming up around speaking, saying what needs to be said potentially as well. And that will be energy that we will be in through Sunday. And after the new moon on Sunday, the moon is going to very quickly move out of Gemini and into the sign of Cancer. That's going to carry through till Monday, when the moon will move into Leo. In this Cancer energy, we are actually going to have more concerns around our household. We're going to maybe want to stay home. We're going to nurture our loved ones. We're going to want to take care of ourselves and our loved ones, potentially cook. And we'll want to watch out for being too emotionally sensitive. And I'm actually going to bring on some people who I've done readings for previously, who have their moons in some of the energies that we will be moving through this week, so that we can further study these lunar movements and understand how to work with the lunar energies and how this shows up specifically for people and their charts. So please stay tuned for that this week. So that is it for the lunar energies this week. I'll move now into the transit report for the week. We do have yet another quieter week, astrologically speaking. However, on Thursday, we have Mercury in Gemini now, squaring Saturn in Pisces. And this is an energy that does pair well, as I mentioned in the lunar report, with the moon being in Gemini, because it suggests saying what needs to be said, saying some things that we maybe have potentially put off, having those difficult conversations. This could be a conversation that has been challenging for you to maybe broach with someone else, but it is time to make that move, and you have the astrological energies on your side to do that. This is also energy of speaking up for yourself, speaking up for others that may need that support. So it's courageous communication. And it's also taking responsibility. This can also be taking responsibility for something that we have said that we have not wanted to take responsibility for. We then on Saturday are going to have Mercury. And again, Mercury's in Gemini. And like I mentioned previously, it's in its home sign and it's moving fast. And we only have 2 weeks of Mercury in Gemini. So let's use them well, and let's really tune into what Mercury is speaking to us about communication. And Mercury is going to sextile on Saturday Venus, who is in Leo. This is beautiful, supportive energy. We could find ourselves very charming with our words. So it might be a day to plan, to write something, or to say something if that's in the works for you. And this is also perhaps being charmed by someone else's words. And it's, again, more energy that would be good for having a talk with a loved one, with someone we are in a relationship with. And this conversation would potentially impact the relationship positively, would move things forward. So there's definitely a lot of good both lunar energy supporting conversation this week and communication, as well as planetary transits. Now on Sunday, we will have our new moon in the sign of Gemini, and I'll be back with a video, of course, for that. But the big energy that is happening that day, the exact squaring, in fact, of the sun in Gemini with Neptune in Pisces. Also could be a day where we just feel a major lack of motivation. We may want to escape any of our responsibilities, and we also may feel a bit low self-esteem. And let's also remember that this is just the day where that's exact, but these kinds of aspects build over time. So you may already be feeling some of this energy around your self-esteem, around feeling like you're done and you're ready to just take a break. You want the weekend to be here already. So just be aware of that. And those are our big astrological transits for this week. So for those of you who have known me previous to being an astrologer, you know that I am very passionate about homeopathy and herbs and natural healing. And you'll likely also know that I navigated Lyme disease with my husband last year. And I'm really excited because a friend and I are going to be teaching a class on tick bites. We're calling it Two Moms Talk About Ticks. And it is going to be a very fun and informative class on prevention for humans, for pets, and for your environment, for how to use herbs and homeopathy for tick bites, and how you can be prepared and not scared when dealing with ticks. So if you're interested in learning more, it's only $22. It is going to be happening at noon on June 22nd. And I will put a link in the show notes where you can sign up and learn more. And I'm also going to send a reminder that a few days later, I will be in Olean at the Holistic Healing and Wellness Fair on June 25th. And I'm going to be offering 20-minute, $20 astrology readings. This is not a full natal chart reading by any means, but it's a great way to get your feet wet and get to know your astrological energies. Feel free to sign up with me. You can email me, and information on that is in the show notes below. If you're interested, or if you'd like to gift a 20-minute reading to someone else, please definitely contact me. And again, that's in the show notes how to do that. I'll be back soon. Take care. Thank you so much for listening to this astrology forecast. If you enjoyed it, I encourage you to like or comment and share it with your friends and encourage them to subscribe. If you'd like to find out more about my astrology readings, you can go to courtneybook.wixsite.com/astrology. There you'll find a list of the readings that I offer.